welcome to episode 52 of the Arctic Knitting podcast. My name is EMILIE and I am as always coming to you from the northern part of Norway. And today I have quite a bit of an episode to share with you. And I don't really have any finished objects, but I do have some admin stuff. I have a couple of giveaways. I have a work in progress. I have some spinning to show you. I have a little bit of Arctic living segment, and I have an acquisition. I've been buying some yarns. I'm thinking that maybe we should just dive right in with announcements. The knit along for my LILLETINDHAT is now finished. I don't remember which date I said it would finished, but I closed the thread. I pulled out some winners and we are done with that now. For those who might be new to this podcast, I'm going to pop up a photo of the LILLETINDHAT on the screen. I was intending on putting on my hat, but I think it's in my car. I couldn't find it because it's currently not hat weather in the northern part of Norway, which makes me really happy, so I'm okay with not wearing a hat. Anyway, photo is coming up on the screen. This is a pattern that I released back in December, and we have had a knit along going on since then. It's been so much fun seeing all the finished objects. I can't believe it's like when I designed this pattern, I knew that it was pretty and that it was a little bit special. I hadn't seen many things like this. I don't think I've seen anything like this before. So I did expect it to be... I was thinking that it would be well received, but I wasn't sure, and the response to this pattern is it just blew me away. It's been so amazing. There's been so many sales, there's been so many tagging the pattern. Use the hashtag on Instagram. If you knit this hat or any other pattern by me or use my yarn, please tag me and use the hashtags on Instagram so that I can see it. All the patterns, there are so many projects on Ravelry now, and I really enjoy scrolling through them and see. I can't believe how many people enjoy that pattern, and I can't believe how many people are making that pattern as their first stranded pattern, because it's not a hard pattern, but it's like the winter crown hat and the Norwegian hat that I have released earlier. They were especially aimed upon beginners, and this one wasn't, and so many beginners are making it, and so many beginners are making it really good, and it makes me so happy to see. So I pulled out some winners from the thread, and I use random, like the random.org on my phone, and I pulled out 5 people who will get 1 pattern each from my Ravelry store. And those 5 people, I'm going to put the names up on the screen. You need to send me a message on Ravelry, use the subject LILLETIND winners so that I can see what it is, and let me know what pattern you want from my Ravelry store. And the winners are post number 31, JAMIEWALCOTT, post number 23, Crystal Rain, post number 2, 4 Jules 4, post number 67, SARA-DL, and post number 50, Kate 03. So that's the pattern process. And also there's one prize, which is going to be this booklet from Rauma with 2 skeins of Rauma 3-ply knitting yarns, because that's what's used in this. And there's lots of pretty projects in here, and even if you don't read Norwegian, you can still use this because there's lots of diagrams and charts, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask when you receive this. And I should say that the winner was post number 60, and that is STORYBOOKFIBRES, who is also STORYBOOKFIBRES on Instagram. I checked her out, and you should definitely go check out her Instagram feed because it's really pretty and she does a lot of spinning, and I just went in there for a couple of minutes, but it looks really inspiring, and I'll definitely check her out more. So STORYBOOKFIBRES, you will need to send me a Ravelry message with the subject line LILLETIND winner, and send me your address, and I will ship that yarn and prize out for you. Congratulations on your prizes, everyone. There's also 2 giveaways that I'm ready to give. So the lovely LB Handknits gifted me a pattern of her newest pattern, which is the Sunny Everyday pattern. And I've been eyeballing this for a little while. It's a really pretty cardigan. It has some, I'm not sure if it's cable or structures at the, down on the body and up on the yoke, and it looks really pretty. And the yarn that she made the original in. I don't remember what yarn it was, but it's a tweedy yarn and it just looks so gorgeous. I'm thinking I'm going to make that, but I have lots of plans, as you know. But I know that Melissa of the Knitting in the Stash podcast has been making it. I think she did it as a test knit, and she's been making this cardigan and it looks really lovely. And if you want to win the Sunny Everyday pattern, because LB Knits has really generously also offered one for a giveaway, and if you want to win this pattern, head on over to the Ravelry group and put a post in the thread that you want to win this pattern, and I will select a couple of winners. I will select one winner, that's I will select one winner the next time I record, which hopefully will be in a week. The next pattern that I'm going to give away is not really a pattern, but it's more of a collection. It is donated to me by my lovely friend Lily of the Nordic Stitches podcast and Nordic Stitches Design. Full disclaimer, Lily is one of my favorite designers. She is also one of my favorite persons, and she is one of my best friends. But I think this collection is absolutely wonderful. It's a collection of 8 pairs of shorty socks. I think she started giving them out already, but you can still tag along. I'm probably not going to make them just because my sock mojo is all gone. But I have the collection, and I know that I love working Lily's patterns, and I really recommend them. So this collection is for a sock club. She's also running a giveaway. She's also running a knit along for this, and you should definitely check out her podcast and her designs and everything because they are really lovely. I think she started releasing the patterns now. I'm not really sure. I've been a little bit off the grid the last couple of weeks, but I know that the socks are really pretty, both because I know Lily and I know her kind of aesthetics, but also because Lily's a friend of mine. I've seen some sneak peeks. So I really recommend that. And if you want to win a copy of the Summer Shorties collection, head on over to the Ravelry group, put it up in the thread that you want to win, and I will select the winner next week. So let's move into the knitting stuff. So the first thing on my show notes is it says finished objects, Midnight Sun shawl. And I think I talked about that last time, but I'm not sure. I thought that I had talked about that last time, but I wasn't sure, so I had to watch my latest episode, which is always kind of weird. But it turned out that it was finished, but I just want to let you know that I have been taking photos of it. I'm currently more active on Instagram again, and there are photos on Instagram, and the shawl is now living in the store where I work. I work in the yarn store, if you didn't know, as a sample, and we are also selling the pattern in the yarn store, and yay, it's so much fun. I'm not going to talk very much about that because I talked about that last time. But for works in progress, I'm still working on Ludvig's bunad. I'm hoping that this will be done by the end of next week. I don't have the photo here, but I'll see if I can insert a photo of what it's going to look like when it's finished. This is the little pants, which are now all done. I just need to sew down because it has these folding edges, and it needs to be sewn down like this. And I need to put in elastics. So this is the little pants. Yeah, I think it's just a blue short pants that is going to reach. It's not a blue, it's a black knickers. I don't know the English term for that, but it's going to reach right below his knees, and it's also going to have some beautiful cable stockings on, which I do have yarn for. I have 2 skeins of Sunny Season. This whole project is made from Sunny Season, and I have 2 white skeins which were going to be stockings for him. But then I realized that I bought him stockings last year, which was a little bit too big. So he's just going to wear those, and that will be fine because this is the kind of, it's like I knitted these pants and I knitted a vest that I'm going to show you, and it's a bunad. In case, okay. So this is the bunad. The bunad is the Norwegian national dress. Yeah, anyway, it's a national costume, and this is for a little boy. I don't know where in the country this is coming from because there are different bunads from different areas. I have the real bunads is sewn from woolen fabric and embroidered, but at these last couple of years, or not just last couple of years, but these last like 20 years or something, there's been coming lots of patterns for knitted bunad replicas. It's not really a bunad, but they are supposed to look like a bunad. So this is one of those, and this is little pants which is going to reach right below his knees, and it's going to have stockings to go with it, and he's going to have this vest which is really hard to show you right now because I need to sew in the ends. Both front pieces are double, so it's going to be folded down like this, and it's going to have 2 sets of buttons like. And this is almost done. I need to sew in here and this on the edges. I need to sew in this on the inside. And if you've been watching this part, and I need to have buttons on. And if you've been watching this, if you was watching the last episode, you will know that really I was supposed to knit just the front piece of the vest, pick up stitches here, and then knit the inside like this. I didn't want that. I wanted to have the inside knitted that way as well. So I casted on twice the amount of stitches for each front piece. This is the inside. And I put in 1 purl stitch for the folding edge. So this buttonhole, I see the 2 buttonholes here are the same buttonhole. I'm going to fold it over, and that's 1 buttonhole. I grafted it in the top, so I think it looks fine, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything more around the arms, the armholes. I haven't really decided. I have to sew in the ends, sew down all of this that is going to be folded in and sewn down, and I need to not block it. I'm going to wash it, and then I'm going to put the iron in. I'm not going to iron it. That's what we do in Norway. Instead of blocking, we wash it and then we put a towel on top of it and then we iron it. It's called steaming. I'm going to steam this, I'm not going to block it. So yeah, I decided not to make the stockings for this because he has stocking from last year, which was too big for him. And this is the kind of project because we are not going to any baptisms and we are not going to any confirmations or whatever they're called. We are not going to anything like that in this summer. So I know that by next year this one is going to be too small for him. So this is basically a project that I'm working on so that he can wear it for 1 day. And he will look super cute, so it's worth it. But it's a little bit insane the amount of hours I put down to into knitting this outfit that he's going to wear for 1 day. And it's not like it's my wedding day or something. It's the 17th of May, which is Norway's constitutional day. And we celebrate it. This year I'm going to try to make a vlog, I promise you, but we celebrate it by, it's called a Children's Day. And we are going out in the street to go in big parades. There are going to be lots of marching bands. There are like all the clubs and stuff, like the Club for Dog Owner, the Club for American Veteran Cars, the AMCAR Club, the dancing club, the biker clubs. Every club is like going in this parade and showing off their skills or whatever. And then we eat lots of ice cream, we eat hot dogs, and we eat lots of cakes, and it's a day for family, and it's a day for the kids. It's a day where the kids can have as much ice cream as they want to. And the weather is supposed to be really good this year, so we are hoping we can stay outside. We're going probably to my boyfriend's stepmother and his father for cakes after the parade, and yeah, it's going to be a lovely day, and I can't wait to show you Ludwig in his little outfit, and I hope that I will be able to make a vlog this year. And also, I did last year, I'm going to pop it up on the screen now where you can find it, but last year I made a vlog of this day which was really well received, and I'm showing off my bunad. I'm going to try to show off my bunad even better this year, but if you're interested in looking at my bunad, which my grandma gave me, my grandma have sewn it and embroidered it. She made the whole thing. She started it when I was born and I got it when I was 14, and I'm going to wear this every 17th of May as long as I can. It's absolutely gorgeous, and if you want to see that bunad, just click up here somewhere. That was it about 17th of May. I've also have this Kauni sweater that I showed you last time I recorded. This is the yarn. It's Kauni or Kauni. I don't really know how to pronounce it. I think it's an Estonian yarn. I don't have the label here, but that's okay. This one is Rauma FINULL. It's the undyed natural color. And last time, I don't know where I was, but I was working on the main body of the sweater. This is a sweater which is going to be size 4 years old. I think it's a little bit bigger than that, but that's okay. This is for the shop to show off the yarn. And you can see it's a really long gradient. So I started on the inside of the skein. This is going to be a very simple raglan sweater. I started on the inside of the skein. And then when I was ready to start the arm, first arm, I started on the outside. So you can see this is going to be more and more yellow, and the next arm is probably going to go into orange. And then I will pick it up again and start on the inside once again to finish up the raglan. It's going to be interesting to see how this will look, because the arms and the body will not match up, and the raglan thing, the yoke, is going to match up with the body but not the arms. So that will be interesting. The next time I'm going to knit a sweater out of this yarn, I'm going to start on the top, so that I can put aside arms to sleeves, because then I can easier wind off yarn and start at the same color repeat as I started the body, so that everything will match, at least in this area. But I think it will be okay. I started this sweater 2 times because I was going to make it from a FINULL pattern, and that didn't work out because FINULL patterns often have 26 or 27 stitches per 10 centimeter in gauge, and it turns out that my gauge with this is 23 or 22 or 24, right around there. It's not really that important because I'm making this as a store sample, so if it doesn't fit anyone, it's not like it's going to fit in the body. I'm making it in size 4 years old, so hopefully I can take it home next winter and we can wear it, and if it can't, someone else can wear it. Maybe it even gets sold in the store. So I'm also making, I'm not going to talk much about that because it's just a really simple raglan sweater. The other thing that I'm making is the SNIPPGENSER or snip sweater, which is a pattern from Rauma. This is made out of this yarn, which is PANDORA, and this is 100% cotton yarn. I have just finished, the body of this sweater. It's really tiny. This is made to fit a newborn. And I'm going to pop a picture up on the screen because there's going to be these little shorts that go with it, and I'm going to pop a picture of it up on the screen so you can see what it looks like. But it has like 3, I don't really know how to know the word wimple. I don't know the English word, I'm sorry. But it has 3 rows of color work up in the yoke. And I think it's done in green in the pattern, and these are the colors that I'm going to use. I'm going to use purple colors in these 3 colors, and one of these is going to be for the little pants as well. This is the main color, but I haven't really decided which one. I'm thinking it will be this because I really love this dusty. There's lots in the yarn store, which I'm hopefully going to show you sometime. There are lots of these lovely dusty colors because that's really what's in fashion now. There's not much of like clear, crisp, bright colors, but there's lots of these dusty colors, and I love them. And I think this is going to be for the pants as well. This one, this pattern is just like the Kauni sweater. It's not for anyone. It's just, I'm not pregnant. I'm not pregnant, just putting that out there. It's just for the store because I saw this pattern. I actually saw the picture of the booklet because we got the booklet to the store a little bit before the pattern is released. And I saw this pattern and it's like, I see so many patterns every single day. And very many of them are pretty, and some of them I want to knit, but most of them I forget about because there's so much. But this one was like one of those that it's just so simple and it's so nice, and I really wanted to make it. And now I can just make whatever I want because it's a shop sample. And yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. This is my first time really working anything other than dishcloths in cotton yarns. It's actually, it's better than that. No, I'm lying. The shawl that I finished last time was in cotton yarns. But working with cotton yarns, I'm quite surprised how easy it is, because I worked with cotton yarns like a couple of years ago, and it just felt squeaky in my hands. But these cotton yarns, it might be because of the price points, because this is not a cheap cotton yarn that I got in the grocery store like I did the last time I was working with cotton yarn. This is a little more, it's not an expensive yarn either, but it's a little bit more pricey yarn. I don't remember the price. I think it's like 43 Norwegian kroner, which I have no idea what is in anything else, and it's 50 gram skeins. So it's not a cheap yarn, it's not an expensive yarn either, but I think maybe the price point has something to say, because this is... Okay, so my camera died, but I don't really know what I was saying. I was saying that this is kind of not... It's not a cheap yarn, but it's not an expensive yarn either, and I really enjoyed working with it. And even though it's not like working with wool, it's like, it's not like working with wool, but it's not because it's any worse than working with wool. Wool is still one of my favorite fibers, but it's just different. It's not bad, it's just different. And if I'm going to work with cotton yarns, I'm going to try to work with more cotton yarns, because, and linen yarns and stuff like that, because I really want to try out more of the yarns that we have in the store. So that's it for my works in progress. I'm thinking that I'm going to show you something else. This is my spinning. This is my spindle, which I bought in Edinburgh Yarn Festival. I bought it from Louise of Spin City. Oh, sorry. And this is my fiber, which I divided the braid into 6 of these, because it's just easier to spin when they are smaller or thinner. And I divided whatever was the rest. This is Shetland fiber. I bought it from HK Angora. And I divided what was left of the braid after I did some sampling, which I don't really have here, or I would have shown you. I divided it into 6, and I'm going to try to spin yarn. Thank you to everyone who gave me tips and suggestions last episode on resources. I'm definitely going to buy the Respect Your Spindle book, but I really can't be buying anything right now. But this is what I have so far. I just spun for a little bit last night. I don't think you can see if I do like this. So I think this is going to be okay. I still have a little bit of trouble figuring out how much spin I'm going to put into the yarn. But I'm going to just spin this, and then I'm not sure. I'm going to spin up this, and then we'll see. Maybe I think I will do a 2-ply, but I haven't really decided. So I'm having lots of fun with that. I don't really have anything to share, because I don't really have a clue about what I'm doing, but I will figure it out as I go. And in case you wondered, it was living in this yarn bowl, which was given to me by a very dear friend of mine. And it is bought on SNIPPGENSER, which is, I think it's a Danish, it's a Scandinavian store that sells like all bits and bobs. And one of my friends bought me this, just a ceramic knitting bowl, and it's just been standing on my living room table with the spindle in it, because I'm working most of these kind of commercial yarn balls these days, and I don't really need a yarn ball for that. And anyway, I also have recently gotten one of these things which work really great with commercial yarn balls. That's it for spinning, and I'm just going to show you my acquisition. It's just one, aside from the yarns that is already in projects, and it's this. These are 3 skeins. I'm just showing you 3 skeins because I didn't want to bring everything down. These are 3 colors of SANDNES to MERINOULL. It is, this orange one is color, yeah, that didn't have the tag. I don't know what called 20. I think it's 2015. This is 6061, the blue one. It's a Klumpelumpe color. and this is 1015, which is grayish white. And I'm going to combine, I have 3 skeins of each. It is 50 grams or 175 meters, and I have 3 skeins of each. And I'm going to make the oracle shawl of this. And I didn't really think that I was going to make the oracle shawl from commercial yarn, but these 3 colors together, I was just standing like in the where we have this in the store and putting together combinations of 3 colors for a customer. We were trying to figure out something, and then I saw this combination and it just screamed oracle shawl. It's a little bit more dusty than it seems, at least on my screen, and I was like, this one, this is going to be my oracle shawl. I love the oracle shawl. It looks absolutely amazing. And in case you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the oracle shawl by Kristin Lehrer, which is the dyer behind Woolen One Yarns and the person behind the Yarngasm podcast. And she is absolutely amazing. And I was just messaging her the other day because I was feeling a little bit down. I don't know. I was about to go to bed and I wasn't really sad, and I was just, my mood wasn't great and my inspiration wasn't here. Then I watched her latest episode and I was all like bubbling with inspiration after that. And she's been working on her rigid head loom lately. And I think I've said this before, maybe one time or 17, but I really want a loom. I think I'm getting a loom for my birthday. My birthday is in a little bit over a month, and I think that I'm going to get a loom. And I have like all this weaving project up in my head, and it's so much fun watching Kristin and other people who also like Grace from Babble Shaving Yarn. I've been watching some of her earlier episodes because I didn't really discover her until recently, but she's also amazing. And those 2 people have been really inspiring when it comes to weaving, but also in knitting, because I just love them both. So yeah, oracle shawl. I've seen this shawl. It's a circular shawl. I didn't really figure out how to wear a circular shawl, but I really loved it, but I was afraid that I wasn't going to wear it. Then we went to Edinburgh and Magdalena of the Wolf and Schaffer podcast was wearing her, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to wear that. When she was wearing it, it was like every piece just fell where it was supposed to be, and it's like, yeah, that's how it works. I need one of those. So I have the yarn for that, and I was going to cast it on this weekend, but then I started making all of these decorations for 17th of May, which I don't have here because they are in the store, but I will show you them on some other occasion. Arctic living. Let's start with the craft bit of Arctic living. I was telling you last time that I wanted to sew more. I wanted to do other things than just knitting, and as you can see, I have been spinning. As you can't see, I have been sewing. I've been sewing like 6 or 7 project bags. It's just like, I have these big shelves of fabric up in my craft room, and I don't really sew much anymore. I used to sew quite a bit, but I haven't done it in quite a while. So I decided that I'm just going to pick out one fabric, and I actually used a random number generator to help me pick the fabric. Then I picked out that fabric and I'm using it all up making project bags. So it's not like a huge amount. It's not like I have 20 meters of each fabric. It's just 1 meter or maybe even half a meter. So I get like 3 or maybe 4 or maybe 6 project bags from each fabric, but it's not like a huge amount. So I'm making them into project bags, and I'm going to this summer, pretty soon I believe, I'm going to close down the web store, and I'm going to move it over from WordPress to Shopify, simply because I'm spending way too much time trying to make the website work. So I'm going to move it over there, and then I'm going to reopen it in August after I had vacation, and then it will be filled with yarn. I'm going to do some changing of the names because the same colors has different names on different bases now. I'm going to call them all the same. I'm going to take new photos. I'm going to dye quite a bit this summer, and I will have a big shop update in August, September. I'm not really sure exactly when it will be, but it will be a big shop update, and then I will put on the project bags. And I won't sew project bags like for sale. That's not something I'm going to do. It's just something I do right now because I really want to get my fabric stash down. And what better way to do that than to make project bags and share them with you. And I'm going to keep some project bags myself, both for me, for my friends, and also for future giveaways. But I just have more fabric than I can handle by myself, so that's my solution to that. I also have some other fun stuff going on in and I'm going to share more with you in a couple of weeks about my plans for Arctic yarns. And basically, yeah, if you have anything that you want to tell me about Arctic yarns, if there's anything you really like or anything you really dislike, you can always send me an email, because now is the time to do that. I'm working on changing my web store and changing the names, and I'm going to take all the photos. I'm going to figure out some of the colors, because some of the colors are going to go away and there's going to come in some new ones. This is stuff that happens all the time. It's just that now everything is happening at once in summer, and I'm also going to close down the store for vacation. And I'm just going to move it when I'm on vacation, so it sounds bigger than it is. It's not like it's this really huge deal, but at the same time it's kind of big. I don't know how to explain. But if you have any suggestions or feedback, then please send me an email. I would be happy to hear, because I love to take feedback from my customers. Yeah. So I've been making lots of project bags, and I'm having so much fun with it. Also, spring has come in. It's really weird. There's like, what is it, 5th of May, 8th of May, and we have spring in the north part of Norway. We don't really have spring in the north part of Norway. We have like a little bit of that later on. It's not unusual that it snows in this part of the country. We can have snow until the beginning of June. Now the snow is almost gone. I think I'm going to show you out the window. But there's snow in the mountain yet, but there's probably going to be that all summer. It's not like the snow in the mountains ever go away, really. But it's been like 10 degrees Celsius, and it's not like sitting outside temperature, but it's like I'm able to walk outside without freezing to death, which is really good because my car is dead again. So I've been taking the bus, and I don't really know how to. I've never taken the bus in Norway before, and it's not like this is a big city, so the buses only go like once every hour, and they recently updated to once every hour, and I think the bus that stops closest to me stops moving at 4 in the afternoon, so I have to take a bus to stop a little bit further. But it's not like it's a long walk, it's just unusual to take the bus, because I've been having a car for 10 years and I've been driving everywhere. So yeah, that's basically it. And yeah, I think my car is going to be okay by the end of next week. I really hope so, because I need the car in one of my jobs. The other job is in the yarn store, and I don't really need my car there. And if I was working full-time in the yarn store, I would be happy to live without a car. Or I wouldn't, because when the store closed, there's almost an hour to wait before the first bus moves. But anyway, that's not the point. Spring is here, that's the point. Yeah, it's starting to get green outside. The sad thing is that one of the things that I really enjoy doing in spring is to turn up the music in my car and drive really fast, and not really fast, just on the speed limit, never over. And I like to drive fast with the windows open, with music blasting, and well, it doesn't really have the same effect on the bus. But that's okay, I will get a car soon. I'm going to borrow my father's car later this week. Yeah, I think that's it. I can't really remember what we've done this last week. We've been changing the tires on the car that actually works, because we have the winter tires on, now we have the summer tires on. We've been working a lot outside, not in the garden. I'm going to show you. Yes, I'm going to do that, because we have a garden that is like on 2 levels. And I'm going to show you, because there's a lawn on the upper level. It's not a big lawn, but there's a lawn on the other level. There's also where we park cars, and we have like our veranda above that again, so there's space under the veranda where we can put up chairs and stuff. Yeah, it could be better, but it works. But then on the bottom part it could be better. It's like it almost couldn't be worse. There's almost a wood stance there. There is a rhubarba, I think it's called rhubarba in English as well. There's a plant down there and it's like this big, and I don't want to walk past there because I'm afraid that plant is going to eat me. So we've been talking about what we're going to do with that, but it's not something we can do ourselves because we have to bring in machines, because no way I'm doing that with the shovel. I hate shoveling snow. I'm definitely not going to shovel off my lawn. But we're thinking about getting machines in and then turning the whole thing upside down so that we get fresh soil. But then what? Are we going to do more grass? Are we going to put down stones? Are we going to put down asphalt? Are we going to do anything? Because are we going to use this place? But it looks so terrible. I really want to do something. I just have no idea what. And I really want it to be in... I don't want it to be too expensive. And I've been thinking about putting down like a wooden porch so that we can make barbecues and stuff down there. But then again, a wooden porch, yeah, you need to oil it and stuff like that. And we don't really enjoy doing that, so I think woods might not be the way to go. But I'm not sure, we'll just have to see. And yeah, we've been working outside, we've been enjoying ourselves with Ludwig. I've been working quite a bit. I've been working way too much these last couple of weeks. I hope that will get better soon. And yeah, this weekend we're going to a birthday party. And yeah, I don't think we have any plans other than that. We are talking about, yeah, we're actually going to, because we have been working outside, and we'll also be cleaning up a little bit inside the house. And we have a lot of garbage that we are going to throw away, and that's why I'm borrowing my father's car, because that's not a normal car. It's not a van either, it's bigger than a van. But we are going to borrow that and move some stuff away and getting this place cleaner, which will make it easier for me to work, because there's just so much stuff here. You need to clean up things. I bet everyone, or almost everyone, lots of people can probably relate to this, because this is what I'm like every spring. I just really want to throw all my stuff away and start all over. Not going to do that though. But I think I'm just going to end this episode here, because now I'm just rambling on. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up and subscribe, and if you want to leave a comment down below, that makes me really happy. And also if you want to get in touch with me on any other media, email is the place to be if you want to get a prompt reply. But please send me messages, ask away in the Rauma group, and yeah, it's totally okay to contact me on other venues. Just know that you might not get an answer in a timely manner. So, I'm going to stop this by saying thanks for watching. I hope you have a nice week. I hope spring is as gorgeous at your place as it is at mine. And I will see you again in hopefully not too long. So, bye!